everyone. Welcome back to Unfiltered Perspectives. I'm Tara.
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Leslie.
The subject of today's conversation is one that brings us so much joy and connects us in unique ways. And that is the power of music, or maybe even songs that shape our lives. Music isn't just a backdrop to our daily lives. It has the incredible ability to touch our hearts, to lift our spirits, and reconnect us with cherished memories. It's a blend of, I like to think, function and fun. So whether it's a song that carried us through a tough time or an artist who inspired us to view the world differently, music plays a pretty big role, I think, in shaping our experiences. Today, we're excited to share some of these impactful songs and stories with you and explore why music remains such a powerful and enduring force in our lives. This is Unfiltered Perspectives, where real talk leads to real growth and every perspective is valued.
Thank you, Tara, for today's introduction into, music and how it, affects us, how it shapes us, molds us, how it makes us feel, and all of those things. I know for me in particular, a lot of times I listen to music, not necessarily to get a feeling, but I listen to music, and probably a lot of us do, based on how I'm feeling in that moment. So sometimes we feel a certain way, and it'll drive us to look for a particular genre of music, a particular artist, or certain words in a song, certain lyrics stand out, and you're searching that, for that particular song. So it goes both ways. You want to feel a certain way, or you already feel a certain way, and that kind of leads you into the music that you listen to on a particular day, or just, in general.
So do you have particular music for a particular mood?
I think we all do. I think we all do. I listen to gospel, praise and worship. I've listened to R&B. I have to say that if I'm feeling a certain way, Kim is my go-to, K-E-M, not K-I-M. Kim is kind of my go-to. And, it's funny because depending on how I'm feeling and what I'm looking for, he serves in a different way. Like those lyrics hit you differently depending on your mood. Sometimes, he'll send you into happy tears. Sometimes he'll send you into those, other tears, but he's kind of like my person as far as his genre of music. So it just depends on how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I can almost listen to just about anything. What about you guys?
I definitely do. I listen to music all the time. It is I think of it as, the soundtrack of my life. There is a different music for any kind of mood that I'm in or any kind of situation. I have music that I want to meditate to. I have music that I exercise to. When I'm working, I have music playing. It might surprise you to know, for a really long time, my number one hype song was Lose Yourself by Eminem. Now it's more likely to be something from Renaissance.
Okay. So things change over time with age.
I don't know. I still listen to Lose Yourself when I feel like I need to get pumped.
Yeah, I get it.
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance.
I know sometimes I'm driving in the car with Jordan, and something will come on where I pretty much lose it. And he's looking at me. First of all, he's looking at me like, who is that singing? What are you listening to? Because clearly it's different from anything they're listening to today, and then it's that song that makes you, what they think brings you out of character, which he doesn't know is really not out of character at all. It's just something that he's not used to seeing. But yeah, there's always those handful of songs that will take you back to, like you say, getting pumped up.
For me, all right, so I have noticed that I listen to like a lot of different things, but I'm very bad at putting song titles to the songs that I like, or even being able to readily identify who the artist is, if that makes any sense. I'll know the lyrics and I can sing to them, but I really can't tell you the name of the song. But I have found that, like you said, like people's tastes change as they mature or what have you. I noticed though that a lot of the music that I really like and that I still like, since I have the ability to say like, Alexa, play blah, blah, blah. I tend to go back to that stuff that I listened to growing up or that stuff that I listened to in, my 20s or teenage years. So, yeah. And I really think that is where my tastes have stuck. That's just the way it is. I'll listen to other music that Matt listens to or that John listens to. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can get with this. I'll sing along or whatever. I learn the words to it. But when it comes time for me to like pull up a song or whatever, I go back to my old standbys. But I will say that in the past couple, well, I guess it's been longer than a couple of years at this point. I guess definitely before the pandemic started, there was a station that I used to listen to, and at some point it switched over from, my regular music that I was enjoying to this other, I guess you can call it worship music. It's like powerful, uplifting. That's their slogan or something like that. And I listen to that thing every time I'm in the car, even at home, in the house, in my living room, I'll listen to it. And I don't know. That is where my taste lies now. It's like they're completely different things. The worship music on one hand, and don't get me wrong, I'm in the car, I'm not just listening. I'm like just yelling these words out. Sometimes they can be wrong, but I don't care. I just love it. Just and the funny thing is, like, I know I cannot sing, but I don't even care because in the shower, I sound so good. In the car by myself, I sound really awesome. Sometimes I want to like roll the window down so people can hear how good I sound. But
Girl, when I roll through these streets out here, I literally do roll the windows down and pump the music up exactly so everybody can hear how I sound, but mostly what I'm listening to, but also how it sounds.
Yes. And I was thinking of, let me ask a question here. Is there a song that really, has stuck with you over the years, or one that, you have now that is just so meaningful to you?
So my absolute go-to album, and so I'll preface it by saying, there actually is research that says that the music that we listen to as teens sticks to our brains or sticks to us differently than before or after. So it's not a surprise that you go to the music that you listen to as a teen. My go-to music is generally 90s hip hop and R&B.
Yep.
But my absolute all-time best album I listen to as an album, beginning to end. I have favorites on it, but it is, I think, best album ever, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
I knew you were going to say that.
That is my 100% top, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
And see, like Tara, I can't spit out names of artists like that and songs. And I like what I like, you know what I mean? But I don't have a favorite album, or I have my artists, like I said, Kim, it's like Kim all day, R&B, gospel. And, I listen to so many different things, but I couldn't tell you that I have like this absolute favorite album or, anything like that. So
I'm not going to lie. So when it comes to, I guess, music that you can hear on the radio, even if you have to go back to like the 90s station or whatever you need to go to, 80s, 90s, I don't even know.
I think we're now oldies music.
Well, I like this 50s and 60s and 70s. I like all that stuff too. But Kim, do you remember how we used to like spend like days or hours a day? Yep, Salt and Pepper Girl. Yes, yes,
oh
indeed.
My goodness, did you go there?
Yes, all that. But also Mariah Carey, like especially like her first one, I still listen to that. I love it. And I think I sound as good as her in my dreams.
Okay, I'm glad you said. We're drinking.
But when it comes to my worship music, there are two particular songs that just no matter what I am going through, especially if it's like a day that is not going particularly well, or it's just like dreary out or what have you. There's this song by Toby Mac and Blessing Offer called "The Goodness." I love that song, and I find myself singing that song several times a day. Even just when things are fine, I just love the song. But there's another one, another song called, and I think the title is "Take Me Back to Church" or something like that. And the artist is Cochran and Company, or Cochran and Co., however you say that. And that is the first one that I heard when my radio station switched over to this worship music thing. And let me tell you, when I heard that they were going to be switching over to that, I was so upset. I literally cried. Like, oh, it's my
When you heard
station.
what?
When I heard that the station was going from like the regular music to worship music, or whatever they call it, this uplifting music, I was upset. But that song came on and I was hooked. And the lyrics of it, it just brought me not only just so much joy, but it really inspired me to start reconnecting to my faith. That is the song that did it.
I have three go-to gospel worship songs, and they all hit in different ways. I think my own personal one is "Take Me to the King." Tamala, do you know that one? I think I heard that song at a time when it expressed exactly what I felt. The sense, there's one point where she says something like, "I'm all churched out, no strength to fight," or something along those lines, or "I have just given everything I have. What is there left for me to do?" So, "Take Me to the King" is still my go-to. But there are a couple more. So there's one that for a while was making the rounds in Unitarian Universalist circles, especially among Black and people of color, Unitarian Universalist, Black and people of color. "I Need You to Survive." And I can't remember who sings that. Do you know this? Honestly, he just says, "I need you to survive." I mean, a lot of it is just, "I need you to survive." But it is this idea that I hear it in both ways, that in order to survive, I need you. But I also hear it that I need for you to survive. And it just hits at this theology that we need each other. And then the other one that, oh goodness, and maybe you can help me think of what this is. This may have been 7 or 8 years ago. Hezekiah Walker, and he's wearing this like white suit. It's a very happy, upbeat song. And what is this song? It's a super joyful, upbeat. All right, I'll give you a minute. I'm going to think of it.
Oh, okay. So while
"I Need You to Survive" is also Hezekiah Walker.
Oh,
okay,
cool.
"Every Praise." That's what it is.
How does it go?
I wonder if we can play it here if we don't have like.
We probably can't.
But we're probably not going to get sued.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah. So for me, one of my favorites is CeCe Winans, "The Goodness of God." I would sing it for you, but I don't want people coming and looking for me, trying to sign me to no deals or nothing, because my plate is pretty full. But "Goodness of God," if you haven't listened to it, do you guys know which song I'm talking about?
I think so.
Kim, do you know?
I don't think so.
All right, take a listen. And the other is Leandria Johnson, "Deliver Me." Okay, so those are probably off the top of my head. I mean, there are many, but those two in particular are probably the two of my faves that I can think of. Which we could play the that we've mentioned. But listeners, you're free to go listen to what we've suggested.
Absolutely. And also, I did say I didn't know artists, but I do know some artists that I like on that station that they play. Lauren Daigle, Rachel Lampa, Matthew West. They all have pretty good songs. There are plenty of others too, but those are the ones that immediately pop to mind because I know these names because I like their songs so much that I actually have to look them up to see who sang them so I can request them. How about other songs that you guys like? I will go out on a limb and say that one of my favorite Christmas songs is Eartha Kitt's version of Santa Baby. I love it. It's so sassy. And I love it so much that like I remember one year I actually had it playing a little bit of it as on my, as part of my like answering machine music because I just
Oh,
love it.
okay. So I get clowned by Anita on Harry and Uncle Brian about I was asked about my favorite Christmas song. And they was like, that's not a Christmas song. It's terrible. It makes you cry, but you only hear it around Christmas time. So that's why I say it's a Christmas song.
What is
It's
it?
so morbid. I was like, it's not morbid. It's about the little boy who wanted to buy his mom the shoes.
Yes, that is a Christmas song. I love that song.
Thank you.
I love that song.
Thank you. The Christmas
Oh.
shoes. The Christmas shoes or something. Yeah, his mom was sick and clearly she wasn't going to make it and he just had to buy her these shoes. And now I'm sad.
But it's a beautiful song and the message behind it is just it's
Yeah.
heartbreaking but also so heartwarming. I cry every time I hear that song. I do.
But it's a movie, right?
I believe so, but I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah. Every year at Christmas I can count on the messages from Harriet, Aunt Nita, and Uncle Brian. And but thank you, Tara. Kim, we're gonna have to send you the song so that you can be on the same page as both of us.
Oh wait, you don't know that one?
No.
Oh,
I see the movie, but no, I don't know that. I think I've seen the movie. It's like the red shoe or something along those lines.
Something like that. Yeah. He wants his mom. How do you see this if she meets Jesus or God or whatever? Yeah.
Oh
My goodness.
Mine are like probably classics. I think my favorite is "Oh Holy Night." Yolanda Adams sings a really good version. Oh come, Emmanuel." I always slip that into. It's a hymn also in our hymnal, and I always slip it in to one of our holiday services. And then we always end our Christmas Eve service with "Joy to the World."
Oh, so uplifting.
It is, right? We send people out into Christmas Eve with "Joy to the World."
So you guys didn't ask, but I will tell you anyway. My scripture for today is Psalm 63 verse 5, which says, "My soul will be satisfied as with fat and rich food, and my mouth will praise you with joyful lips." And I think that this one is just perfect because even though it isn't specifically about music, it captures the satisfaction and joy that I experience when I'm praising God, whether, like I said, belting out worship music in the car, the living room, or even in the shower. The essence of this verse also just about finding deep satisfaction and joy. I think it extends beyond worship. Basically, like just like worship music, like uplifts my soul and nourishes my soul. I think that I know that secular music can also bring a lot of joy, nostalgia, and really deep emotional connections. So music, whether sacred or secular, I think it enriches our lives. It resonates with me.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
So listeners, tell us your favorite songs and we might put together a playlist.
Okay, Kim.
We may have to do a topic about that if you're a Christian, secular music versus and how people feel about that. Because I listen to everything. Some of it I know people would want to nail me to the cross, but I like what I like. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Because as much as I love my worship music, listen, because I'm saying that like listen, I like I like what I like. I can sing, it wasn't me. And even though that song, I don't know, it wasn't me. I love that. I still love it. I loved it before and I love it now.
Oh, can we do that topic, lady?
Yes, sure.
Absolutely.
Because everything's salt and pepper.
So it's so funny, Tara, when you said, I like what I like, you said it in this tone. So again, may surprise people, others not. Another one of my songs is Doja Cat, where she says, I said what I said.
Oh, Lord.
I need to put that on a loop and just like play it for people.
Like you can play just, we don't own the rights to this music. We can play some stuff, right?
I don't know that we can legally. But maybe, I don't know. I think you have to I think you have to get certain permissions in order to do that.
But what we will do is put together a playlist for you all on Spotify or Apple Music or maybe both, and you can listen at your leisure.
Mm-hmm. Like listening to some 70s music, it reminds me of being at home and how even when we were growing up and the music playing and dancing and stuff and just having a good old time. So, but yeah. So as we've seen today, music is more than just melodies and lyrics. It's a powerful force that can shape our emotions, our memories, and even our identities. The songs that we carry with us are like soundtracks to our lives. Shout out to Kim for that. It marks the highs and the lows, the joys and the sorrows. And maybe as you go about your day, we can encourage you to reflect on the music that shaped your life. What song is a part of your story and how might they continue to inspire you as you move forward. Thanks for joining us on this musical journey today. Again, thank you for joining us for this episode of Unfiltered Perspectives. Be sure to look for new episodes on Thursday mornings. And don't forget to share, rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast.
Find us on Facebook and YouTube at Unfiltered Perspectives and Instagram at Unfiltered Perspectives IG. And we'd love to hear your questions and your comments. You can email us at unfilteredperspectives@outlook.com.
Once again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate all you listeners, and we'll see you here again next time. Bye-bye.